Hello, I pray that your Sunday was filled with places and spaces of joy, of peace, of happiness, that you did something or saw something or smelled something that made you smile. Just want to share a little bit of the view I have right now. I'm in this little village in France, and what you see on top of that hill was actually a wall that was put there because apparently a couple hundred years ago this place was very dangerous. People would come here to rob people and whatever, so the citizens built a wall around their city. Now I do have a question for you all that has nothing to do with walls. I was walking to the store because in my packing I forgot my deodorant. So I was walking to the store to buy some deodorant, and lo and behold, as I was walking past a school, I saw maybe three clearly French girls and a girl of color. She looked African. She actually looked like my younger sister Charlie, so that's why I was staring at her. And as I was coming up towards them, she did not see me, and they were actually looking towards the school where some young boys, I guess, were hollering out the window, and one of them said the N-word. And I looked, I stopped, and the African-looking girl, she immediately burst out laughing. All of them did, all four of the girls, and she had both her middle fingers up, and she just laughed as it was the funniest thing in the world. But when the three French girls saw me, they rushed to try to get her to put her finger down, because I guess they assumed I was with her or she knew me or something like that. And when she saw me, she just put her fingers down, but she continued to laugh. So as I walked past them and went in the store, I was like, I don't know what to make of this. You know, we got racism even in the middle of this village that's in the middle of nowhere, but she was clearly laughing. Clearly she knew these people. Clearly this is something that they have been doing, because she had both fingers up and she was just laughing. It was almost kind of like the way you hear young people call each other the B word, and like, hey B, you know, and people are just laughing and no one's offended. And when I was growing up, we would have been offended if you'd have called us that, you know. We got offended if you called us black at one point when I was young. You know, nobody wanted to be black, but that's a whole nother video. But I just wanted to hear your thoughts, and keep in mind that there are some cultural differences. My understanding is that this village was pretty homogenous. Everyone looked the same, and the outsiders were people who had not been here for decades, who had not been here for generations. You know, if you only came and you'd only been here for the last couple of years, they didn't like you because you were an outsider. You were not part of the small crew. And apparently at some point, the town did make a decision to open its doors to some African refugees who were not being accepted in France and other parts, in Paris and other parts of France. So they actually, you know, paid for some African refugees, I believe they were Sudanese or something like that, to come here and help them get settled and that type of thing, and embrace them in the community. And so, again, I'm giving you a backstory because I know a lot of my U.S. viewers will automatically say, well, that's racist, there's racism everywhere, people are just doing this and that. And that was my first thought. But as I looked at her reaction, as I looked at everyone else's reaction, I don't know. So I'd be curious to hear what your thoughts were. The weather is beautiful here. I'm just sitting and just reflecting and looking at all of nature. And I pray that today you get a chance to go outside. Today you get to breathe some fresh air. Today you get to take in some nature. Now, for those of you who look at my videos and say, why don't she cut that gray hair under her chin? Well, for one, because I left my scissors at home. So that's it also. And for two, I don't really think about it. And maybe I should. But y'all pray for me. Love you all. Can't wait to hear your responses. Bye-bye.